doing, and it looks like there could be possibly lots of different ways to scam the system.
And Floyd Mayweather is a provocative and controversial figure, but I think this article may make people think about him differently. And it was really interesting what...
If there's someone who has had a fair share of clashes with the law, it's Floyd. From assault and tax evasion to unpaid luxury items allegations, the hits just keep coming. And now, just recently, he received another slap in the face from the law on his possessions in his newly bought house. And not just that, he even has a lawsuit going on with a Nigerian company.
I'm black, I'm rich, and I'm outspoken. Those are 3 strikes right there.
Floyd Mayweather has always been a massive name in the boxing world, but a recent discovery has raised serious questions about his life outside the ring. According to recent reports, federal agents conducted a raid on Mayweather's mansion, and what they found shocked everyone. Hidden away in a secret room were several unregistered firearms, along with a large sum of cash. The sum of cash does not surprise us, but it's the firearms that need attention.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store.
The hidden room was discovered during a routine investigation that had nothing to do with the boxing star at first. But when the agents found a concealed door in his mansion leading to the room full of guns and cash, it quickly grabbed the attention of authorities. This new information has made people start thinking back to Floyd Mayweather's previous associations with gun violence. Mayweather has had a few run-ins with incidents involving firearms, although he was never directly charged for any crimes related to guns. However, with the recent discovery, people are now wondering if there's more to the story. One instance that has now been connected to Mayweather was the 2003 shooting outside a Las Vegas skating rink. 2 people were injured in that incident, and although Mayweather wasn't charged, his name was brought up during the investigation. One of his close associates, James McNair, took a plea deal, admitting to being involved in the shooting. Mayweather has always denied any involvement, but this incident is now being brought up again in light of the recent discovery in his house. In 2014, another shooting incident linked Mayweather's name to gun violence. During the NBA All-Star Weekend in New Orleans, a member of Mayweather's security team was shot while traveling in a convoy with him. The bodyguard Gregory LaRosa survived, but the fact that the shooter specifically targeted Mayweather's group made headlines. At the time, Mayweather distanced himself from the incident, saying he had nothing to do with it. But now, with these new revelations, people are revisiting these old cases, trying to show that Mayweather has never been as clean as he has always claimed to be. To make matters worse, this is the same icon that less than a week ago, he was sued by exotic dancers from not settling their payments. In March 2023, 2 former adult entertainers filed a lawsuit against Mayweather, accusing him of failing to pay fair wages while they worked at his Las Vegas strip club, Girl Collection. As if that wasn't enough, one of the dancers also alleged that Mayweather slapped her when she confronted him about not receiving her money.
And one even said that he put hands on her, right? So, and this is all from his club, his gentleman's club in Las Vegas called Girl Collections. He promotes Girl Collections all day long on his social media.
The case has now escalated, with the lawsuit being refiled in Clark County, Nevada, bringing even more attention to Mayweather's off-ring activities. The dancers argue that they were misclassified as independent contractors, which meant they didn't receive the minimum wage required by Nevada law. Under state regulations, workers should earn at least $12 an hour, but the dancers claim they were not paid any wages at all, only relying on tips to make a living. This is a common issue in the strip club industry, where dancers are often classified as independent contractors to avoid paying them proper wages. But in this case, the accusations against Mayweather go beyond the usual employment disputes. The dancers have claimed that Mayweather and his sister, Deltricia Howard, who co-owns the club, created a hostile work environment by withholding not only fair compensation, but also part of their tips. It's alleged that Mayweather was effectively pocketing money that should have gone to the women working for him.
A class action lawsuit has been filed against the boxer Floyd Mayweather and a strip club by two exotic dancers. The dancers allege that Mayweather did not pay them appropriate wages and slapped one of them when she brought up concerns about the pay. Court records show that the case was originally filed in federal court in March of 2023 before being refiled in Clark County last week. The attorney representing both dancers says he is representing 13 people who have joined the class action lawsuit. The club Girls Collection is owned and managed by Mayweather, and neither have filed a response to the lawsuit as of Wednesday.
To make matters worse, one of the dancers revealed that when she tried to discuss her unpaid wages with Mayweather, he slapped her in the face. This accusation has brought Mayweather's violent past back into the spotlight. It's no secret that Mayweather has a history of domestic violence, having served 2 months in jail in 2010 after pleading guilty to assaulting the mother of his children. This latest accusation of physical violence against a woman has reignited public scrutiny, with many wondering if Mayweather's charm is just a cover for more sinister behavior. In light of the lawsuit, many are now starting to ask whether Mayweather's public image as a successful, self-made man is just a facade. The fact that unregistered firearms and large sums of hidden cash were found in his home during a recent federal raid only adds to the growing suspicion that Mayweather might be involved in shady dealings. While Mayweather has always portrayed himself as a businessman and entrepreneur, questions are now being raised about the true nature of his business ventures, including the running of Girl Collection. Mayweather and his sister claimed that the dancers at Girl Collection were not employees, but independent contractors, meaning they weren't entitled to an hourly wage. But the dancers' attorney, Matthew Thompson, argues otherwise. Thompson, who has experience representing exotic dancers in similar cases, stated that Mayweather and his team were intentionally violating state and federal wage laws by not only failing to pay the dancers, but also confiscating their tips. According to Thompson, this was not just a case of wage theft, but a deliberate effort by Mayweather to exploit the women working at his club. Mayweather and his team engaged in a campaign of intimidation and retaliation to discourage other entertainers from asserting their rights. The lawsuit's refiling suggests that there may be more entertainers who were mistreated and are now ready to come forward. The accusations of intimidation are particularly damaging for Mayweather, as they suggest that the boxer used his power and influence to silence those who worked for him. Despite the serious nature of these allegations, Mayweather's representative, Felton Newell, has denied everything. In a statement to the press, Newell said that Mayweather strongly denies the allegations, and even went as far as to say that Mayweather never owned Girl Collection. However, this claim has been met with skepticism, given that Mayweather has often publicly boasted about owning the club in the past. Whether Mayweather officially owns the club or not, he has certainly been involved with its operations, and the allegations against him are not easily dismissed. The image of Mayweather as a charming, larger-than-life figure is beginning to crack. The discovery of unregistered firearms, hidden cash, and now a lawsuit involving wage theft and physical violence has led many to reconsider the real Floyd Mayweather. And it doesn't end here. While his success in the boxing ring is undeniable, his behavior outside of it is raising serious concerns. Some are now wondering if Mayweather's charm is just a mask he wears to hide a much darker reality. In fact, these recent developments are causing people to look back at Mayweather's past behavior in a new light.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me.
Over the years, Mayweather has been involved in numerous legal disputes, from domestic violence cases to lawsuits over unpaid debts. While he has often managed to avoid serious consequences, the cumulative effect of these controversies is starting to take a toll on his reputation. Mayweather has always presented himself as a man who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the richest athletes in the world.
And it was really interesting what he talked about taxes and how he grew up poor and why he thinks taxes are so important.
He frequently flaunts his wealth on social media, showing off stacks of cash, expensive cars, and luxurious vacations. But behind the glitz and glamour, there appears to be a much more troubling story. The lawsuit brought by the two dancers, combined with the recent raid on his home, suggests that Mayweather may not be the self-made man he claims to be. Instead, he may be someone who takes advantage of those around him to maintain his lavish lifestyle. Well, the hits just keep coming on Floyd's path. A United States appellate court has ordered Mayweather to pay a Nigerian company, Zinni Media Concept Limited, a massive $5.3 million in damages for breach of contract and fraud. The lawsuit comes from an agreement that was signed in 2017 when Zinni Media arranged for Mayweather to make appearances in Africa, including Nigeria. Unfortunately, Mayweather terminated the agreement without cause and failed to return the substantial advance payment made by the company. This case has attracted widespread attention because of the boxer's evasive tactics and his refusal to take responsibility. According to court documents, Zinni Media's CEO, Prince Donatus Okonkwo, made multiple attempts to settle the matter amicably, but Mayweather's team argued that because Zinni Media was based outside of the US, the boxer was not obligated to reimburse them. It's hard to believe that someone of Mayweather's financial stature would engage in such behavior over a contract breach, but it's clear that he had no intention of paying back the company from the start.
The Money Man. I'm right here in Dubai. Rotana Star, Luxury Rentals. Check them out. When you come to Dubai, top flight, follow me. We got everything. McLaren in different colors. Ferraris.
What makes this situation even more disturbing is the extent to which Mayweather's legal team tried to avoid paying the Nigerian company. Initially, they dismissed the lawsuit on the grounds of jurisdiction, claiming that since the company was based in Nigeria, the US, courts had no authority to enforce such a claim. This strategy might have worked against less persistent plaintiffs, but Zinni Media did not back down. The company filed the lawsuit in 2018, alleging breach of contract, fraud, and unjust enrichment, and has since fought relentlessly to ensure Mayweather would be held accountable. The first court ruling came in 2023 when a lower court in California found Mayweather guilty of breach of contract and awarded Zinni Media $1.6 million in damages, plus interest and attorney fees. Despite this ruling, Mayweather refused to pay up, instead filing an appeal.
I bought myself on my contract at that particular time for $750,000. Okay. And then once I left them, with the Manny Pacquiao fight, the Canelo, and the McGregor, I made $750 million from 3 fights. I had vision, and I didn't just want to be promoted in one area. I wanted the money to be spread out so I can be promoted all around the world. Yeah. You know, I wanted to be worldwide. So I think they kind of had me in a chokehold, and I didn't want to be in a chokehold, so I took it upon myself to buy myself out my contract and gamble on myself and to become my own boss, and that's what I did.
However, on August 27, 2024, the California Court of Appeal upheld the lower court's decision, ordering Mayweather to pay the judgment. Yet, even with 2 courts ruling against him, Mayweather continues to evade paying what he owes. This isn't just a case of a celebrity avoiding a financial obligation, it speaks to a larger issue regarding Mayweather's behavior. For someone who has repeatedly boasted about his financial success, it's puzzling why he would refuse to settle a legal dispute involving a relatively small sum of money, especially compared to his wealth. Mayweather's avoidance tactics suggest that there may be more to his financial situation than meets the eye. Zinni Media's forensic investigators have uncovered evidence that Mayweather has likely overstated his true net worth, raising questions about how much money the boxing legend actually has.
Ever now, after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because he's a scumbag. Yeah. But now that we know that, and everyone else who fights Floyd should know that, like, don't let him control the money.
Would you ever fight him again on the ready search?
The company's media executive, Alex Nwankwo, expressed frustration in a public statement saying, after several unsuccessful attempts to recover the appearance fees from the American boxer, the company instituted a legal action against Mayweather in 2018 where it alleged breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and fraud. Nwankwo's statement reflects the difficulty Zinni Media has faced in dealing with Mayweather and his legal team. Despite the court's ruling in their favor, the Nigerian company has still not received any payment from the boxer.
Signature coffee. Come on.
One of the most controversial aspects of this case is the fact that Mayweather's team has been deliberately trying to avoid paying the judgment, even as the amount continues to grow at 10% interest per annum. Zinni Media has resorted to more aggressive legal tactics, enlisting U.S. attorneys to go after Mayweather's prized possessions in order to enforce the judgment. Among the targeted assets are Mayweather's 2015 Bugatti GSV and 2015 Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta, both of which are valued above the judgment amount. These luxury vehicles are just a small part of Mayweather's extravagant car collection, but their potential seizure has certainly drawn attention to the ongoing legal saga.
I believe in having my own brand, so no one can mute me out. I believe in standing on my own 2 feet. I never had to deal with a shoe brand, and I still was able to make over $1 billion. So I get tired of hearing that I need them. You don't need nobody but yourself. Like I said, we all got choice. We wake up with a choice and a chance every day. I don't need nobody but myself. And of course,
Mayweather's behavior in this case paints a picture of a man who, despite his immense wealth, is willing to take advantage of smaller entities that don't have the same financial clout to fight back. In many ways, this case reveals a side of Mayweather that doesn't align with his public image. While he is celebrated as one of the greatest boxers of all time, his off-ring actions suggest that he may be far more opportunistic and cutthroat than his charming persona lets on. Mayweather's refusal to pay the judgment has only intensified public interest in the case, with many speculating on the reasons behind his actions. Some have suggested that Mayweather simply believes he is above the law, accustomed to a lifestyle where his wealth and fame allow him to avoid accountability. Others, however, think that there may be deeper financial issues at play. The fact that Zinni Media's forensic investigation uncovered evidence of Mayweather overstating his net worth only adds fuel to the fire, leading to questions about whether the boxing legend's financial empire is as secure as it appears. It's not the first time that Mayweather has found himself embroiled in legal battles over money. Over the years, he has been sued multiple times for various financial disputes, and while he has always managed to come out unscathed, this case is different. The fact that a U.S. court has sided with a Nigerian company not once, but twice, speaks volumes about the strength of Zinni Media's case. It also raises serious concerns about Mayweather's business practices and the lengths he is willing to go to avoid paying what he owes.
Check it out.
You know, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check. The money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while. And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away.
The continued growth of the judgment amount only increases the pressure on Mayweather to resolve the issue. While it's unlikely that the boxer will be able to avoid payment indefinitely, the fact that he has not yet complied with the court rulings raises questions about how long he can keep up the act. Zinni Media, for its part, has made it clear that they will not back down. Their media executive stated, "We have already defeated Mayweather and his attorneys on numerous occasions during the proceedings, so the enforcement of the judgment will be duly applied." As this legal battle drags on, it's becoming increasingly clear that Mayweather's refusal to pay Zinni Media is not just a case of stubbornness, but potentially a sign of something more troubling. The fact that the boxer has gone to such lengths to avoid payment even as the judgment continues to grow suggests that there may be underlying issues that have yet to come to light. Whether it's financial mismanagement, legal evasion, or something else entirely, the ongoing saga between Mayweather and Zinni Media is far from over.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches.
In the meantime, the Nigerian company is determined to get what they are owed, and the public is watching closely as Mayweather's carefully crafted image of wealth and success begins to unravel. With each passing day that he refuses to comply with the court rulings, Mayweather risks damaging his reputation even further, leaving many to wonder what the real story is behind his refusal to pay. Floyd Mayweather's legal troubles seem to extend far beyond his issues with Zinni Media Concept Limited. While his refusal to pay the Nigerian company for breach of contract and fraud has sparked widespread controversy, it's only the tip of the iceberg. Mayweather's life outside the ring is increasingly being scrutinized, with other troubling allegations surfacing. One such case involves Eduardo Martinez, who filed a lawsuit accusing Mayweather of ordering his security team to assault him. Martinez claims to have suffered both physical harm and emotional distress due to the incident and is seeking over $3 million in damages. The case highlights a more violent and controlling side of Mayweather, one that aligns with past allegations of aggressive behavior, particularly toward those who cross him.
As well as anybody, and you've kind of, I don't know, I think you've been great. I gotta say, hey, thanks, everybody. I'm a big fan of yours too. Thanks for...
Mayweather is also facing legal heat from a luxury jeweler, Sulmanov, who claims that the boxer failed to pay nearly $4 million for high-end watches and diamonds purchased in 2021. This federal lawsuit further raises questions about Mayweather's financial habits. For someone known for flaunting his wealth, it's odd that he continues to be embroiled in lawsuits involving unpaid bills. This pattern of behavior only fuels speculation that Mayweather's public image of financial invincibility may be a facade. With each passing case, his reputation takes a hit, and questions about the sustainability of his financial empire continue to grow. Could Mayweather be on the verge of losing control of the very wealth and power he's used to manipulate the system for years? Well, what do you think? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. See you in the next one.